si Sir Muhajir Iqbal, so mga membro ng Central Committee siya na puguda sa koron, so Front Commander Tanoa nakatalabog si Gordon Saibullah niya ba sa kampilan o Moro Islamic Liberation Front nasa siyang tanong ugay na danin man tabi kay kampilan ni Sama siya bukan do pamusungan niya po si Commander Jimmy andal na kasabutan tanong kanina stand arigi sa kadipinsa ka ng mga leaders tanong so mga membro ng mga MP siya mga mayors tanuan niya siya si Abdul Main Baba kagina katayabon si Datomando so mga officer tano so mga provincial chairman na siya so mga SWC so mga organizers so mga security forces tano sa kano mga tao at ginapasan sa dinalamanan amayawas ng pasukusukuran namin kano kinatigo kanya ba so kasurgan tano niya ba so pama ng malasan o Allah ta'ala siya kita no sa taman sa sukogi bubang samuro na di makanggulangan will never stop until the implementation of the comprehensive agreement of the Bangsamoro will be fully implemented in our homeland. Uwedak na ko speaker ka I'm just reading the manifesto. So I am starting now. Moro Islamic Liberation Front Provincial Assembly, Cotabato City and Maguindanao del Norte, February 14, 2026. Manifesto for the integrity of the Bangsamoro peace process. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We, the officers and members of the Moro Islamic Liberation Front, representing the Bangsamoro Islamic Armed Forces, standing committees, administrative offices, and other partners organization or civil society organization supporting the Bangsamoro peace process stand united in upholding the sanctity of the signed peace agreements and the Bangsamoro organic law. We honor the sacrifices and decades-long struggle of the Bangsamoro people for justice, peace, and genuine self-determination. We affirm that the Milf is sole governing body through the authority of the General Committee of its Central Committee. Its collective decisions constitute the only legitimate and binding direction for the organization, and all members are duty-bound to respect and uphold. Our commitment remains rooted in safeguarding peace, security, and sustainable progress in the Bangsamoro region. As responsible stewards of the peace process, we remain vigilant in ensuring that all parties, including the Milf, the national government, and the national and international stakeholders, to fully implement the signed agreements and its annexes. Any deviation from these commitments must be corrected in accordance with the rule of law and the spirit of the peace agreement. Recent developments, however, raise serious concern regarding the violation of the framework agreement on the Bangsamoro Pact on transitional amendments and modalities, as well as Section 2, Article 16 of the BOL. Those provisions clearly mandate that the Milf shall lead the Bangsamoro Transition Authority to guarantee a stable and credible transition. This leadership role was established to enable the Moro-Islamic Liberation Front to build the foundational structures of the Bangsamoro government, including the enactment of priority legislations and the delineation of parliamentary districts and the organization of regional bureaucracy. We strongly express concern over the replacement of Interim Chief Minister Ahud Balawag Ibrahim with Sir Abdul Rauf Ibn Mabakua without prior consultation with the Milf Central Committee. Equally alarming is the replacement of 6 BTE Milf nominees duly endorsed by the said organization with individuals submitted through an authorized endorsement process. Such actions undermine institutional leadership, disrupt the agreed transition framework, and risk destabilizing the region. The consequences of bypassing legitimate processes are evident, as several measures supported by the Milf Central Committee have been rejected in the parliamentary plenary by members who no longer reflect the committee's official directives. This situation threatens both government stability and public confidence in the Bangsamoro transition. We respectfully call upon all stakeholders, particularly the national government, to uphold the letter and spirit of the peace agreement and the Bangsamoro Organic Law. We likewise urge the Bangsamoro people and the broader public to remain vigilant, engaged and supportive in protecting the gains of the peace process and the aspiration for which countless sacrifices were made. We reaffirm our unwavering commitment to the full implementation of the framework agreement on the Bangsamoro Carbon, the comprehensive agreement on the Bangsamoro and the BOA. These agreements must guide the transition toward the realization of a just and lasting peace, culminating in the signing of the final exit agreement upon the successful completion of the transition period. In the interest of transparency and accountability, justice, we respectfully submit this manifesto to the office of the President, the legislative and judicial leadership, and the the Bangsamoro. We call for the immediate rectification of the BTA appointments to ensure full compliance with the peace agreements and the POL, and to preserve the legitimate leadership role of the Milf Central Committee. With unity, sincerity, and steadfast commitment, we affirm this manifesto as our collective stand for the Bangsamoro peace process and the future of the Bangsamoro people. Thank you very much. Sai. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi